My name is Madison Spanel, and I'm a nursing student here at St. Cloud State. And I'm currently taking a class called Anatomy and Physiology. And on the first day of class, my professor told us that we would get the opportunity to dissect actual human cadavers. This kind of took me by surprise because when you think of human dissection, you think of like doctors and surgeons, and I'm not that. So this got me kind of wondering, like, what was the first time? Like, what were they thinking? And today I'm going to inform you about the history of human dissection and the first time it was ever done and how it's evolved since then. Now first, who was the first person to ever do this? In 200 BC in Alexandria, Egypt, a man named Herophilus and his disciple Aristotle were the first people to ever perform a human dissection. And what they found were, they discovered the circulatory system, which is the system that carries our blood through our body. They were the first people to make diagrams of the male and female reproductive systems. And Herophilus was the first person to differentiate between tendons, nerves, and blood vessels. Now, who are the kinds of people that Herophilus and Aristotle dissected? Usually they dissected royal prisoners, people that other people didn't really care about. History in an Hour.com stated that Herophilus felt remedies should be sought for innocent people of all future ages in the execution of criminals, and only a few of them. A lot of people didn't agree with how he felt. A Christian scholar accused Herophilus and Aristotle of cutting people open while they were alive and called them human butchers, and accused Herophilus of hating science for the sake of mankind. And because of all of these rumors, human dissection became illegal for thousands of years. Now, we know that in Herophilus' time, human dissection was really taboo, but how do people feel about it now? In the 20th century, human dissection became widely accepted again, and by the end of the century, even undergraduate biology students were able to dissect human cadavers. A lot of people think that we should be moving towards more computerized human anatomical dissections, but most people still believe that actually seeing all the parts in an actual person is still a more useful teaching tool. In an article written by the New York Times, a student recounts her first time ever dissecting a human. She states, "We could see signs of his smoking on his lungs and in his hands, a cirrhotic liver, and a tattoo on his forearm alluding his service in the Canadian regime in the Korean War." This tells me that the cadaver, and when she dissected him, not only taught her about our anatomy, but taught her about how life affects our bodies and how we can see those kinds of changes even after we die. So not only are cadavers used as really important teaching tools, but they're also used in a lot of other ways. Like surgeons use cadavers to create new surgeries and practice old ones. Pharmaceutical companies test a lot of new drugs on them, and even dentists use them to understand human anatomy in our head. In an article written on PBS.org, in 2002, Amalo Bennett, a doctor, had the opportunity to do an autopsy on a really famous football player. And what he saw was truly astonishing. When he went into this football player's brain, he saw chronic traumatic encephalopathy, which in a lot less words is concussion. This was the first proof that playing football actually caused permanent brain damage. And if he hadn't done that dissection, we may have never learned about it. In conclusion, human dissections played a large role in all of the things that we know about our anatomy. It led to a lot of strides in medicine and in surgeries. It led to the discovery of new diseases. And most importantly, it teaches us. It teaches us not only about our anatomy, but about life.